Yeah, I'm just gonna go live. We can continue this conversation. All right. Are we already live? We are live.
Oh, well, that's weird.
How long have we been live?
Okay, we're live. We just went live. Welcome
Yeah,
to the Guys podcast where we talk about Japanese music. But yeah, we're just talking about New Jersey. Bands should play in New Jersey because when I went on tour with Firewind, we played in New Jersey and it was one of the best shows of the fucking tour. It was packed. Everyone was like going crazy. They're amazing.
Metal band?
Amazing crowd.
Were you a metal? Is it a metal band?
It's a metal band. Yep. Metal band.
New Jersey loves metal, dude. It's like Jersey is like one of the big metal, like a lot of the people from New York will come to New Jersey to play metal shows and stuff like that. So I wish the bands would come here so that we could, like, instead of taking trains and buses everywhere, we'd actually just drive and park our car to watch these bands.
Yeah, to give context, we're talking about Rolling Courts and how they're going to a bunch of different cities, but they're not going to New Jersey. Also, we're going to be talking about Hanabie. We got the album review. We got the EP review. I keep saying album. 16-minute EP to talk about. And then we got the new Babymetal song we're going to talk about today, which I almost forgot. Thank you, Wade, for reminding me about that. But yeah, Rolling Course real quick.
And mixing Nemophila and taking requests.
Wait, what?
I saw Alan do that.
It's just part of the show now that our description's wrong every time we go live.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah. No, we always have that description
Guys,
now.
I'm sorry.
I'll fix it.
I do so much in the morning, man.
Yeah, Alan does everything behind the scenes.
I'm trying.
He also drives like an hour at like 6 o'clock in the morning
drive 30 minutes.
to do the show.
I get up at 5 a.m., come here, set up. But no, I love doing it, guys. I love doing it. No worries. I'm sorry. I always forget about the description, though. I need to do it.
It's wild that you do that much that early in the morning, though. Like, I don't think I would want to keep living life if that was the case for me.
Well, I'm starting to go to bed at 8 p.m. now, which is crazy. So now I did a 10 p.m. gig. I fucking hate 10 p.m. gigs now. It's like 10 to 1. I'm like, I was just I'm doing the third set. And I'm like, this is fucking miserable. I'm like, can we please do 8 o'clock shows, please?
Yeah, no.
Jesus.
But I got my wish though. We're doing 8 to 11 on Friday, and then we're doing 7 to 12, which is not too bad. 7 to 12 on Saturday.
You're doing a 5-hour show?
5-hour show, man.
What?
Fuck
How do you
that,
have 5 hours worth of material?
I just got tired hearing that.
Yeah,
dude, it's fun.
Seriously,
it's fun. I was meant to go live too at the last show. It was so much fun.
Are you doing covers?
Really good. Covers, and then we do like 3 or 4 originals sprinkled throughout the set, which is funny because everyone thinks they're covers.
Okay, because I was gonna say, dude, having 5 hours of original music, I mean, like, you got to be like Metallica to have that much fucking music on, and you're
just
not
even
be ready
5
to
hours
go.
of good music.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Not even close.
Yeah, we'll just do Bandmade. We'll just do Bandmade. We could do Bandmade 5-hour set easy.
That would be so hard to learn, dude. Oh my god, I would not want to deal with that.
It would be.
Just make like simplified acoustic versions of everything.
Poor bassist, dude.
That bassist is learning the root notes and nothing else. That's all they're doing.
I've turned this Bandmade song into a 1-chord song.
Yeah, exactly. I'll play the 4 notes that need to carry us through.
Even if I had the music in front of me, I think I would still fuck it up because sometimes I'll have like reminder notes, you know. It'll literally be like, all right, guitar starts this song just to remind me of ourselves because we're like, wait, does the drum start this one? When we're like an hour 3, we're like, I think you start this one.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it
no,
sounds stressful.
I don't think I've ever played a show that
fun.
went over just like an hour, honestly. Like, just my band playing, like, that was an hour is probably the max.
My cap is 4 hours.
4-hour gigs.
Oh my god,
4?
you guys are wild.
Like, 20-minute breaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose that was kind of normal. We used to do like a 40-song show with
oh my god,
4 sets of 10 songs or something.
Dude. Are you guys all talking about doing cover shows though, or is this original music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've never done more than one cover at any show I've ever played.
I absolutely love it.
Good for you.
I absolutely love it, dude. I love playing live. So for me, I just get more and more energy as the night goes. But by the 4th hour, I'm pretty beat because I'm jumping around and lost like half my electrolytes by that point. I'm ready to just fucking die.
Gotta bring that tub of Gatorade with you.
Part of the payment was free drinks. So it's like, yeah.
I guess if you
gotta
go to
keep
a bar,
getting margaritas
where's my
for the salt.
Well, that was a problem too with the band. Like I had to have talk with like the bassist and drummer. I'm like, bro, you guys gotta stop drinking at some point.
Fucking
Or like
typical.
falling off the
Dude,
stage.
I'm not even joking. I think it was 3 weeks ago, the bassist looked like he was falling asleep on stage by like the fourth set.
I've
And
been
I'm
there.
like, but he was drinking the entire time. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what happens when you play a 5-hour set and they keep giving
so
you alcohol.
everyone started calling him Sleepy Blue.
Oh my god.
Because
This
he's
is
like,
gonna sound so lame, but I just joined a band just for fun, and like for each practice, I'm like, okay, can we pick 3 songs to focus on?
Why is
like,
that lame? I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, good. Well,
Yeah,
Alan's
yeah.
like, we play like 500 songs in a row.
Alan also never stops moving or working or doing anything. You can't compare yourself to his schedule.
That's true.
this band never practices either. That's the funny part. They actually, the singer was like, guys, we have to start practicing because I could barely keep up with the set because he was losing his voice. It's like, poor guy. Anyways, let's talk about some Japanese music. Why don't we? What are we gonna do first? We're gonna do some Babymetal Bloodywood conversation.
Yeah, let's talk about that first.
Who listened to it? You guys listened to it?
I
Yeah, I heard on my
listened
stream
to
Friday.
a portion of it because I want to do a whole video thing, but
Thank you,
it's
Sim.
exactly what I expected, dude. Heavy as hell, and baby metal sounds like baby metal. I love it.
Wait, what did you think?
It was pretty epic. I mean, it was like nothing I haven't heard before, but it had some really cool, like heavy riffs, cool build-ups, and it was cool to see anime versions of Baby Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a cool
Sure.
contrast,
What-
Bloodywood and Baby Metal together.
Well, wait, what about that opening riff? Like, because you expect it to go to a different note in the beginning, and then it goes into this weird, like, dissonant note for the heavy chords. You know what I'm talking about? Like, here, hold on. I could play that piece.
I don't remember.
I thought that was, like, too different, except for that opening riff. And I'm like, what are they do? Like,
Was
that's
it
so
after the
cool.
intro, that like big build-up?
It's like in the intro before, like, the vocals come in. I thought the vocals were really good, too, by the way. I really enjoyed them. But I also like new metal type stuff. So I'm going to pull it up because...
Yeah, pull it up. I
It's
thought it was
not-
a great combination between the two bands.
Me
honestly.
too. I thought it was great. Like I said, it's nothing like mind-blowing musically with that chord change. I just
Yeah, I
wasn't-
didn't say it wasn't great.
Yeah. Okay.
I just said, like the screaming contrasting with the kawaii vocals. It's so,
Listen, I'll be totally honest, man. Like, this is what I've wanted from some Baby Metal, like for a while. And not like the music itself, but I've always felt like their vocals would go so well with screaming. And I know people that don't like screaming are gonna be like, "Shut up, dude! Enough with the screaming. You're always talking about screaming." But like in this instance, like I felt like it was perfect to have the verses covered by the Bloodywood dude.
Honestly.
right?
But that's why we like Hanabie so much, because they do give
Yeah.
us, it's very Baby Metal-esque. Not really, of course, but it's, that's what I've always wanted from Baby Metal, because the ones with like the scream in it are amazing, like Megasune and stuff. I agree with you, Champ. I love Baby Metal with screams in it. I really do.
It's so cool. It feels like it's designed for it, but they don't use it that much. So it's like
It feels
every
more
once
like
in a while,
Baby
it's
Metal.
nice to hear it.
That has metal in
A
the
little
name,
bit.
right? It feels like,
A little
okay,
bit,
yeah. You would expect some screams, right? When you hear the word
will
Baby
say-
Metal.
I will say though, if you're like heavily like not into like synth or like keyboard, I mean this song is driven by the keyboard riff that's going on like pretty much the entire time. So
Yeah.
like if you're looking for more of like the guitar sound, this song might not be for you. But if you like the synth riff that they have going on the whole time, then this is perfect.
All right, here's that little bit of a riff. I'll try not to play too much of it. Steve. All right, here, let me skip ahead. Like, that's so Baby Metal, but all right, so right here, I just wasn't expecting that chord. I'm like, that's interesting that they had the balls to just like go to that instead of your stereotypical chord change.
Oh,
I didn't
the deep guitar note there.
Yeah, I wasn't
yeah.
expecting it for some reason, because it sounded, I think it probably triggered my memory of another Baby Metal song, because it does remind me of some other songs. And then it went to that chord. I'm like, what? What? Because I
It
think I
is
was
interesting
expecting
because
something
the
else.
keyboard part does do what I think I expected the keyboard to do.
Yeah.
At that note, right? But the guitar definitely went to like a really low
Yeah.
note that I didn't expect to hear. It might have just been an octave though, because like it did blend with the keyboard note.
Yeah, no, it's,
So I'm
it's
not-
like it's nothing crazy. It's just I wasn't expecting that chord change. I was like, oh, what? 'Cause I don't know.
It is
if it's
really
just-
low.
It's just because of all the songs I've heard from Bloodywood and Babymetal, I can kind of predict where the progression's going, and that one was I just didn't. I didn't predict it.
Interesting.
I think one of the coolest parts about the song is it's in 3 languages. Like as I was just saying to these guys, like as I was watching and just reading the lyrics, so they have the lyrics on the screen for the video. I expected Japanese, you know, and I've never heard Bloodywood before, but when they started singing in English, I was like, okay, so it's gonna be English from them, and then like Japanese. But then they started doing like I think Hindu, and I was
Hindi.
like.
Yeah, they do Hindi, Japanese, and English in one
I
song.
was like, that's fucking sweet, dude. This is like, listen,
Yeah,
like
it's
this
cool,
is,
man.
I love that, man. Like one of the reasons I love XG so much is because they do Japanese, Korean, and English. So like, this is the first other band that I've heard to do 3 languages. Like, recently.
I'm not gonna lie,
Sounds awesome.
I have to listen to more Hindi music because I absolutely love Hindi vocals. I really do. Every time I hear Bloodywood and they do it, it's so fucking catchy. It gets stuck in my head. It's really good. I just like their last single that they put out. Did you guys hear the one before this by Bloodywood?
No, this is the first song I ever heard from them.
Oh my God, listen to the song they just came out. They have some bangers. I don't know, just the way that the lead singer sings, I really like it. I really love how he sings. It was like, I love Japanese vocals, I love Spanish vocals, I love Hindi vocals. Those are like my 4 languages I love listening for me, like for vocal wise. I don't know, something about those 3 languages I really love hearing vocals in.
Dude,
I could see
okay.
that.
Now that I'm re-listening to that riff that you were talking about, Alan, I had to listen to it again and just figure out what the progression is, why it sounds weird. It's because it's starting out walking up a major triad, you know, just first 1 3 5 or 1 3 4, and then it goes to the major third. So it's switching from minor to major there.
Yeah.
So it's got a cool, weird flavor.
Yeah, it's just and it's just so subtle though, right? That's what threw me off. I was like, it was so nonchalant. I don't know. In my head, that's how I was like seeing it.
I think it's subtle just because the keyboard is still like, I think it's staying in major the whole time, right? The keyboard riff. I
don't think so. I skipped over it. But anyways, no, I think the keyboard's falling right along.
That's definitely in minor what was just playing.
That was minor for sure. I think that was the part after. No, you're right. That is so weird. That one note, it really is very strange right there.
But I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I like it too.
Anyways, it did its job. It got me hooked. I listened to it and I enjoyed the whole song. But I could be biased. I love Bloodywood and I love Babymetal, so I absolutely love the song. I thought it was a really perfect combination. Couldn't have done any better, honestly. It was just really good. It's a very fucking solid song and catchy, and I love all the vocals in it. I love the rap parts. I love the singing parts, the mix between Sue. I'm sorry I don't know their names, the guys' names. I really need to learn their names. I love how they just mixed the 2 together. I felt, even though it's just featuring Babymetal, for me, it felt like a Bloodywood and Babymetal song, just like Electric Callboy and Babymetal.
Yeah.
And, so I don't know. I'm not sure why they put featuring.
Especially the way when the vocals were overlapping. That was my favorite part.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what Ryan thinks of it. I can't wait for you to do a video, Ryan. That's gonna be
just the little bit that I let myself listen to sounded really cool. And I don't know, man. I dig these collaborations that Babymetal is doing. I know there's some people that aren't too thrilled that they're doing a lot of collaborations, but go listen to their albums, I guess. I don't know.
I absolutely love it, man. Like we were just saying, I like Screams of Babymetal. So Electric Callboy, we got that. Bloodywood, we got that. I'm all for it. You know, I was a huge fan of the Bring Me the Horizon collab. So keep doing those collabs, Babymetal.
The cool thing when they do the collaborations, they're so good. Like the mix is so good. It's not like here's like, well, other than the Tom Morello.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I was just gonna say that too.
But since then, like what they've done is so freaking cool, and they I don't know, they blend everything well to like it sounds like you can hear this a Bloodywood song, or there's so many elements of both that it just
The collabs with vocalists is what you mean, like because the Tom Morello one wasn't like with a vocalist, right? These are like collabs with vocalists that are really good. But then you could argue the Polyphia collab was really good. That was definitely more than
I dig
what
that
Tom
too.
Morello did.
I mean, that was clearly, that was like
Babymetal and Polyphia.
Yeah, dude,
yeah, Brand New Day.
Awesome.
Have I heard that?
You probably have.
Probably.
Somebody in the chat will
while
tell you
ago.
if you have or not.
Yeah.
Simno, can you tell me if I heard that?
Simno,
Can you
please.
confirm or deny? If he's right?
I really think their collabs right now are my favorite things that they're doing. To be honest, like I liked the album that they came out with. What was that? Earlier this year or last year?
Oh yeah, I did. Brand New Day. Okay.
It was a good album, but like I think we talked about this a lot at the time. It was like leaned real hard into the the hard rock kind of feeling or whatever, and like these collabs are so different from each other that like each time they come out with a new collab and I hear it, I go, oh shit, that's new. And I love that from Babymetal. Like it feels like I'm getting something brand new and fresh every time they do a collab. Well, like if you like the sound of their album, then you're gonna like the album. But like it's not as dynamic as the collabs that they're putting out right now. I love these things.
I want a Babymetal collab album. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
You know, a lot of musicians, like some new musicians do that. They have like features on everything. They could do like what the rappers do.
That Dave Grohl
on every
album.
Single song. I mean, I guess you could say, Dave Grohl? Dave Grohl did that?
Yeah, remember that Dave Grohl album that he put out? He had like Slash and Fergie on it and stuff. It was like random.
I do not remember that. I'd be all for it. And the cool thing is that Babymetal's mixing with other languages and other like people from all over the world. Got a band from Germany, you got a band from India. That's badass. Done bands with.
Is that where they're from? Bloodywood? They're from India.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. That's fucking sick. So are they mostly metal? That band?
They are. It's like new metal. It's like Indian new metal. This is the best way I can describe it. I think you would enjoy it, champ.
Yeah, I would. I like what I heard.
It's really good. It's just something about the flowing of Hindi over metal. It's so fucking cool. It sounds so good.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed there's a pretty there's like rap in a lot of this metal recently, which I makes me wonder if it's like a hybridization of how popular rap has gotten across the world, or if it's more of like a return to the new metal sound where rap was already being hybridized into metal.
I think we're getting better new metal. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm kind of both that. Rap, the reason new metal was what it was because hip hop and rap was becoming more popular then. And he had a few bands kind of kick it off, and then people went nuts with it. People got tired of it, but there's still clearly like when I hear some of that shit, I'm like, oh yeah, this was actually pretty fun to listen to, even though I definitely got tired of it because it just became kind of a cliche thing. But like Alan just said, we're kind of getting better versions of like the shit people were touching on. So now you got people that have been fans of it for their whole life instead of just having introduced to them during their like adulthood or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe that's it. So yeah, we're getting like awesome versions of.
Exactly. Yeah, because it was like it's like when you get the first iteration of anything, right? Like when the first smartphone came out, it was trash, right?
Can we do this? Can we do that? And they're like, yeah, you can do that, dude.
And it was cool. So it was the originators back then, but like it got gimmicky like pretty fast, And then now it feels like it's the people that grew up on that, liked that music, and now want to perfect that style are doing it, but like without serious gimmickry with it.
Yeah, and I think people are scared to call it new metal because of the connotation behind new metal back in the day. But it really is very new metal-esque.
30 years ago.
Yeah. Right. That's crazy. Don't say that.
25, motherfucker. All right? Like, let's take it down a notch.
Sorry, 25 years.
Well, no, those first new metal albums, 1997, right? I think Korn.
No, 90, earlier than that, dude.
Yeah, it would
have been. Faith No More was 89, bro.
I mean, Anthrax and Public Enemy. Like, what year did that come out?
It's late.
That
80s,
was new
dude.
metal right there.
That's the like Inception. We're talking about the birth.
When did Aerosmith do that song with Run DMC? I mean, that was pretty close to new metal too, right there.
80s, dude.
New Delhi was the last track by Bloodywood. That's a great track. You guys please check it out. I promise you'll enjoy it. Not saying do a reaction or anything. Just check it out.
I checked out one of their songs probably, I don't know, over a year ago, and then they showed up in my chat. Thanks for checking us out, dude. I'm like, fuck yeah, man.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh yeah, so we should thank what's her name for showing up in our chat last week too. Just real quick.
Writers are calling Hanabie new metalcore. Yeah, exactly. But that's just what I mean. New metal has injected
Harajuku core. Come on, people.
Injected way more metalcore. I feel like a lot of the new metal reinventing themselves. They've been adding a lot of more technical riffs in there. And beats, man. We're getting a lot more beats too.
I do want to just say thank you to the girl from Gunguri that came onto our chat last week and just thanked us for checking out their song.
Heck yeah.
What?
Nana came onto the chat. I know the guitarist came in.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that a dude? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, I didn't know if it was a dude or a chick. I just knew they were from the band. But yeah. Sure, anyway, sure. I thought that song was awesome. I think that Bloodywood sounds really good. And I do love this kind of like new uprising of new metal-ish music that's coming back a little bit right now.
Is it post new metal? Is that what we fucking call it?
It is post new metal.
Yay! Genre.
You coined the term, baby. There it is. It does make sense. There's always a post everything, right?
You know, so, that's how you know you're
the stupidest fucking things I've heard.
When your genre
it just doesn't happen in America, though. It's like we're not getting this in America. We're getting this in every other country now.
When your genre gets old enough, it gets called post whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It is so dumb. Like people would call Stone Temple Pilots post grunge, and I'd be like, dude, they're just like they fit
grunge.
Directly into the grunge category. There's really no.
People call that post grunge, really?
yeah.
I looked up. I'm like, what the fuck does post whatever mean in genres? Like, well, it's a mixing of stuff that came after whatever the original version of the music was.
Yeah.
What?
But that's just
they stayed together.
That's an evolution. That's what it's actually
so
doing.
Technically, the new Alice in Chains is post grunge, like when they came out with you. Even though they were in the grunge era.
So. Guess it has to be, right? I don't know.
Hanabie EP, guys. What do we all think? We'll start with.
So
Wade.
has anybody?
I'm kidding.
Has anybody listened to the whole album? That's the first question.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So you two have. I've heard 5 of the 6 songs. Wave, I think you've only heard the single tracks, right?
Yeah, we just did a reaction with Wave.
The music videos.
The one we just heard and Otaku.
Densetsu. Densetsu.
Yeah. And you heard Metamorphosis, I think.
It's been a long time.
Wave, you probably heard Metamorphosis also. I think you have a reaction for that.
It was another music video that they dropped, yeah.
I don't remember.
Hey, okay, so CK in the chat already saying what I said right before we came on here, which was that I thought Gambler was the best song that I had heard.
Gambler was really fucking good. That was a really good song. I'm sorry, guys. The Chica song is not S tier. Hey to CO, you're crazy. I'm actually gonna do a remix of that and write guitar riffs for that song.
All right, that's the one that I haven't heard yet. I don't want to talk on it.
It's actually my least favorite. Yeah. I would definitely skip. I don't know.
As much as I like Chica and I like that they do their thing, I really wanted like another fucking banger track from Hanabie. On such such a small collection of songs.
It's a really short one too. It's like 1 minute and 40 seconds long.
Well, she did that on the last EP too. She had like a 1-minute-long song.
Wasn't that Hetsu? I think Hetsu had one.
Oh, it's Hetsu.
I like when that happens. I'm always a fan of having like the solos on these albums and stuff like that, or like when they do like the Miku tracks on the Bandmate albums, or Blackpink even, like they released an EP that had
Miku tracks are
2
good.
solos on it.
Miku tracks are good.
They are, but regardless of the quality of it, because I haven't heard it yet, I do think like when you only have 6 songs, it's like, and 3 of them you dropped through music video form before the album was released. I mean, you only have 2 full songs coming out with this EP at that point, and it's like, maybe hold the solo off for like a post-release or something like that, but a full song on there.
I gotta say though, that
expecting the whole album
post.
I gotta say the Hetsu and Chica's songs, they still sound like Hanabie songs though. It still sounds like the flavor, just not a big fan of it overall. But it does fit the EP. It does fit everything. It fits the whole style of the EP.
Does it? So it's like it's heavy as hell. You're saying?
No, it's not heavy style. No, it still has the flavor. Like you could, it's still Hanabie because of the production of the
just because she's
sound
on
design
and she's in the band.
Okay, gotcha.
No, but the sound design sounds like the sound design from all their heavy songs. You know, I don't know.
Both are Hadiseo says both are a joke to close the records. I think we might need to know the lyrics.
They're just fun songs, man. They're just fun tracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm writing riffs for it, and I'm gonna do a whole remix on it. So stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah, speaking of that, if you guys want to see our reaction, we just did like a 25-minute reaction to the new music video that just dropped by Hanabie for this. Yep. We had a lot to say, and Alan was breaking down some of the stuff. So go check that if you want to on our memberships.
Cool.
Yeah,
I want to deep dive on that song because there's so many riffs going on, dude. So many riffs.
That song,
the first
music video though, has the best riffs off the EP, in my opinion. The best riffs from that new music video.
I'll tell you, man, that Gambler song has some cool shit in it, bro. Like I was really digging the guitar work on that one.
No, Gambler is my favorite, but the riffs are the best in that song. I don't know, like I actually agree with you. I love Gambler. That's my favorite one. But the riffage, in that music video, I keep forgetting the name of the fucking song. But
it's in Japanese, so it's hard to say. I think it's like there you go. What he said.
My type. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. My type. All right. Now I can put a name.
I gotta listen to this entire EP.
Matsuri really outdid herself on this release. Yeah, she has a different tone and sound to her voice. I appreciate that, especially for that My Type song.
Yeah, so let's talk about the vocal changes, because Alan, you got a lot to say about how their vocals sounded a little different on this album than previously. Well, do you want to repeat a little bit of that?
The biggest thing I want to mention is Matsuri's guitar skills have gotten better. I think there is a huge improvement in her playing, or a huge improvement in the mixing, but it just sounds cleaner. I think it's the mixing. Yeah.
You think it's the mixing? How come?
I always struggle to hear what the fuck the guitar is doing in their songs because it's buried under all the vocals and all the effects going on. And this time you could actually hear it, because I've seen him play several times. I'm like, dude, she is busy. Busy.
I agree with you, because, and I don't think I've ever like really put it together why that was, but I've talked about them before. And I think you guys probably have heard me say that I refer to them kind of as party metal, because I think that it's metal that you can dance to, and it's not necessarily the metal that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to break down riff by riff. But listening to you say that, Ryan, I think part of the reason that I feel that way is because you can't hear the riffs all the time because the production is so heavy around it. And in this one, even the palm muted 16th notes that they were doing, you could hear the note changes in it, and I fucking love that. I immediately noticed that also. I saw you smile while we were watching it, Ryan, and I was like, because I heard that and I was like, oh shit, that's a cool ass riff, and I saw you smile and I was like, okay, I'm not the only one noticing that we could hear those beats in there now.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why, because like listening to this track, My Type, that was what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Before the stream, I was like, I'm digging this more than I've ever digged Hanabie in the past. I wonder if that's why, like, it was subconsciously, like the guitar was buried and I was kind of like, oh, it's just heavier on screams.
I think they're also just doing a little bit more when it comes to like individual notes versus chords and palm muted chords.
Oh, yeah.
Which like a lot of the riffs in the past that I've heard, at least, that's not buried underneath the production, is chunky stuff for you to bob your head to. And this one felt
the single
really
notes
like
appealed
precise.
to me a lot more.
I agree.
Chords.
I'm actually with you on that one. One of the reasons I love Navila so much is because they do a lot of like individual notes, but like this one in particular, like nailed it. And Gambler does the same thing. This album right now, just these 5 tracks that I've heard, are all good. Like every single one of them was good. So I think that this might be like overall the best 5-song stretch of songs that they've put out so far in their careers, their young careers.
Yeah, it's the perfect mix. They've perfected their sound with this EP. I want to hear a whole album like this. And I agree with Cookie Monster is saying they moved from their hardcore roots with this release as well. I think it's still there, but it's a more balanced mix between the screaming and getting those more technical guitar riffs. Like there's just more balance happening overall.
You know what it feels like to me? It's like I know Ryan at least does not enjoy this band, but back when Blink-182 came out with like they did like their first couple CDs. It was like I don't remember the name of the first one, but then they did Dude Ranch. But when they put out the album with like What's My Age Again on it and like all the small things, it felt like they had moved slightly away from the genre that they started in and just became Blink-182. Like they were just doing Blink-182 music instead of pop punk music at that point. And I think that this album here for Hanabie felt the most Hanabie rather than a genre that they were playing in. Like I feel like they've found their sound and their identity with this exact style.
Yeah. They're striking their chemistry from being together longer.
Yeah. You write music for long enough with the same crew, and eventually it becomes very you and very personalized, rather than trying to use more inspiration. Your inspiration's coming from within rather than outside at that point, So I really think that this is what Hanabie is going to sound like going forward. And they're just going to take this and sound better and better each time.
Wait. Yeah, I'm you guys have convinced me that I need to listen to this entire EP, top to bottom.
Do it. It's only 6 songs, dude. So you've heard half of them.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes. So
Now
you'll
I'm
be able to
sad
do it
that I
pretty
didn't
easily.
see them when they were in Minneapolis. Ryan saw them here, but
I saw them.
Yeah, I missed them when they came to New York too, man. It's a bummer.
And I will see them again next time they come around.
Yeah.
Hopefully I won't have a newborn next time they come through town.
Dang, you're planning for another one?
We are actually. So
okay.
I'm screwed until 2027.
No, it goes
think
longer
that's
than
all
that.
you're screwed until
Yeah, it goes longer than that, bro. Add 10 years. Add 10 years. You got like 2037, maybe.
Hit me up in 2045.
2045.
We'll
maybe you'll be
We'll
fine.
see when the last time you slept was at that point. Yeah, so let's talk about the vocals real quick, just because Alan was really like high on the new vocal stylings through the production.
Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the doubling, guys. That's happening. I apologize about that. I don't know why it's not showing me the audio. I just need for some reason, OBS is like, I'm not going to show you what your where all your sources are, because why not? Let's not show
Classic
you what's
OBS.
Classic OBS, exactly. But anyways, go ahead, champ.
Are we doubling?
No, not the scene. We'll just stay here. I just can't, do all the fancy stuff.
Take off your pants and jacket is the one Champ is thinking of.
Is it? I think that's actually the one after it, if I recall correctly.
I don't know. I'm just reading Cookie Monster.
Enema of the State. That's the one that I was thinking of. Enema of the State, but it's not really. It's not important. Yeah, but like so I wanted to talk about the vocals a little bit because Alan was saying that like he thought that the screams were perfected. But he also said that the vocals, the actual singing vocals, were slightly different than they have been in the past also.
Well, on that song,
say why?
On the one song we were doing the reaction with, the other one sounds like your typical Matsuri vocals, but in My Type, she's doing the kawaii sound. If you listen to, she's like leaning heavily into kawaii sound. It's probably just the way that the song started off. If you listen to like Gambler, she doesn't have that kawaii sound. She's back to her normal voice that she does in other songs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen to the chorus of My Type. It's very like she's putting it more in her mask. She's singing way more in the mask. It's more like she's doing that like kawaii type thing where if you listen to
Metamorphosis.
I know what you mean. I just don't think it's that different.
I couldn't really tell. I'd have to go back and listen a little bit more, but I did think that her singing vocals blended really well with Sukina's sort of like rapping style in that song really well, which sometimes I am critical of. So it did feel like it was meshing better for me at least. And if Alan's right about what he's saying there, then that's probably why.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. But I thought, yeah, it's really good stuff, man. It's really good stuff. I think that this might have been my favorite of their music video drops, like single releases. I think this might have hit all the nails that I wanted it to.
All nails. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that was anything else you guys want to go over today?
Well, Rolling Quartz released a new song 9 hours ago, and I did want to just bring that up because
check that out too.
Yeah, I wanted to check that out, but we didn't have time before this came out. But I do want to see what they're up to right now, right? Like it's been a while since at least I've heard anything new from them, because I don't really have a channel anymore.
My brother was home while over Thanksgiving, and he's talking about. He's like, I just want to find like some more just rock, dude. I'm like, dude, if you're willing to check out some bands from Japan, I got a bunch of them. He's like, well, I said, if you don't, mind about the language, he's like, I don't care. I just want to hear the music. So I gave him about like 6 or 7 bands, and Kanako Ayano was one because it's not really that much rock, but it's more kind of folky rock kind of stuff. Which I was surprised he liked that, and then he's like, Rolling Quartz is really good. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice. What's his normal enjoyment?
He listens to everything, like probably mainly now more kind of country stuff, old country stuff like that. But he gets in it's because of him I like so much different music myself, because he wanted to hear more and more. So he's kind of settled into like country stuff, but he just appreciates good music.
Sweet. Cool. I love when we find new people that can enjoy even just one song from these groups. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while I walk downstairs and I hear them blasting Nemophila, and I'm just like, it's dissension every time, unfortunately, but it's something. You know what I mean? Like I would love for them to move on to the next song. It's been 3 years, but like, you know, they still love that song so much that at least these random non-Japanese, non-metal fans are listening to that song. I'll take it, you know?
I still can't believe Rolling Quartz is coming to El Paso, Texas. I think the promoter fucked up, honestly, but I mean, I appreciate them coming here. I don't know about the turnout, and they're playing at like the most hated venue in the city. It's the Rock House, because they screw over so many fucking bands. So I hope everything goes smooth with them. Yeah. I hope.
Yeah, that would suck if they had a bad experience. You know, nobody's ever coming back there again from fucking Japan.
We were hoping they would play at a different venue that's like actually down the street from my studio. I forgot the name of it already, but we were hoping they would play there because that's where some of the big bands like play, or like they just randomly show up and just start playing, like surprise performances. But no, they got the Rock House, and that's kind of normal because one of the guys, he's known in the metal scene, and he gets a lot of people over there. But it never gets packed. A lot of people avoid that place. So I do feel bad. I hope they have a good crowd. I know a couple people flying in to see them. So that'll be interesting. It'll be my first time seeing them too, because I'm not the biggest. I haven't liked a lot of their songs, so I'm curious to hear them live. See what they sound like.
I do think that the live experience will probably be very different than the recorded things, because at least the first like year or two of their existence, I thought one of the biggest downfalls was just they didn't have great production, so it was hard to like get into them on their recordings. But I've heard some live performances. Not obviously things are taken away on YouTube, but they're way better live than I think that they are on recordings.
Well, they've improved a lot.
Covered Stevie Ray Vaughan's Scuttle Button, dude.
Oh, I have to check that out.
Gets my respect right there.
That's so random.
Yeah, they just go off and
cool.
Tear through it, man. It's awesome.
I do want to hear that. I didn't know they were capable of doing that.
I want to hear that.
Oh yeah.
Fucking love Stevie Ray.
I couldn't tell for a while like what their talent levels were. You know, like their skills, like on their instruments. For the first like year of their tracks or whatever, they were doing like pretty simplistic stuff. I feel like they have branched out and they show more now as time's
past 500,000 subs. Holy shit!
Yeah.
When the fuck did that happen?
I mean, South Korean band.
They were at like 5,000, I think, when people were sharing them. Holy crap! That's crazy. I definitely got to check out their Scuttle Button cover.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That was a year ago too.
There's some live stuff from like a while ago, then more recently.
All right. Well, before we do go, I did want to just mention this one other band that I heard a random song from. Like they dropped it a few weeks ago. I've never heard of this band before. You guys might know them. Majestina Saga. Have you heard of them before?
Nope.
No.
Okay. I think they're pretty new, but they put out a song called Lament, or the band's name is Lament, and the song is Majestina Saga. I'm not really sure because of, I don't know. But it's fucking cool, man. And it's Japanese. I think it's all girl group again. And it kind of has like a real classical feeling to it. Like if you like classical music, it sounds like classical music, but with like some like rocky sort of like updated, upgraded, like metalish. It's not, I don't want to say metal, but it's got that kind of vibe to it. But like if you like that kind of thing, like if you like bands that lean into the classical sound, I would say give this band a chance. They sound really good. They've got some really good skills in their band too.
All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good one.
All right.
See you guys in the next one.
All right, peace.
Thank y'all.
Later.
Guys,